Hi guys, this is Artemis with SirLinksalot, and today we're going to be talking about social profiles. Now, social profiles are a very simple type of backlink. However, they're one of the first that new businesses start to acquire as they start establishing their digital footprint online. I'll be covering a lot of stuff in this video, starting with some very basic things, so be sure to use the timestamps at the bottom if you'd like to skip around to something specific. Today we'll be going over what social profiles are, how to use them, how you can get them for yourself, what makes ours so special, as well as how you can place an order at the end of this video if that's something that you're interested in. All right then, let's get started. So first of all, what are social profiles? Social profile links are actually quite simple. They're links to your website from a profile that you've created on social media after you've signed up on it. So you can see here that we've created a Twitter account for our business. We just filled out the profile completely, and now you can see that here there's a link that goes straight to our website from our social profile. Just as one more example here, we are on Flickr as well, which is a photo sharing site, and we just created the account, filled out the profile completely, and here you can see a link to our website right here. There are actually hundreds of sites like this, and they all really serve different purposes. But for us, that purpose right now is just getting a backlink from the profiles that we create on them. And like I mentioned before, social profiles are one of the very first types of links that many websites get because businesses really just want to secure profiles with their brand name on it all across popular sites just in case they ever want to use them, and for marketing purposes later on as well. So back to our product page. Here you can scroll down a little bit and see right here that our social profiles are actually white hat. This means that they're very natural and safe to use, and you don't need to worry about getting yourself into any kind of trouble with Google when building social profiles. Lastly, we'll talk about how social profiles compare to other types of links right here. So, like other forms of pillow links, social profiles generally aren't going to push your site's rankings forward like something like a guest post, a niche edit, or PBN link would. They're actually meant to build naturalness and diversity rather than provide raw ranking power. It's also worth noting that profile links from some sites will be do follow and others will be no follow, and that's completely okay for profiles. Like I said before, the point of these is not to really push your rankings as much as it is to establish your business online to create some naturalness to your website. All right, now, so we're going to go over how you can use social profiles. Social profiles can be built at any point during a link building campaign. Although many businesses like to establish these profiles as one of the very first steps of their link building journey, it's also completely normal and okay to build social profiles at any time, and it can actually be completely natural to build many all at once. In general, you will want to build social profiles to your homepage because it really doesn't make sense for a business to sign up on social media and link to just some random blog post on their site. The exception to this could be a business with multiple location pages. It could actually make sense that way, depending on what the business is, of course. And for each location page, it could have its own set of profile links if that's something that has separate entities and they operate independently. So, if you're more of an advanced link builder, something else you can do is study how each of these sites populate things, like on the inner page URL and the title tag up here. These are things that you can manipulate to get even more keyword relevance out of your social profiles by figuring out how to basically get your keywords into the inner page URL, as well as the title tag and other important on page SEO locations. And lastly, always be sure to fill out your profiles completely with quality information about your business using important keywords when possible. Include your logo as a profile picture when possible, and all of that good stuff. All right, so next up, how to get social profiles. Getting social profiles is really easy to do, and it probably doesn't need much explanation, but we'll go ahead and cover the basics for you anyway. Firstly, you can go ahead and Google search something like social media sites list. From here, you can click on any of the sites that show up, as well as these listed here at the top, to get probably even hundreds of different social media sites that you could go and create profiles on. So let's say we wanted to go ahead and create an account on Tumblr. We go ahead and click here, which would take us to the Tumblr homepage, and you just look for something that says join or sign up, and we click that over here, of course, and then we just follow the process for signing up. After signing up, you obviously want to go ahead and find the place where you can edit your profile and make sure that it's filled out fully. Some sites will have a special spot to include a link to your site, and others might allow you to drop links in your description, and still others might not allow you to do links at all, which probably you want to skip those, unless of course you really think that your business might want to actually use that specific social media site later on. But of course, as you can probably tell by now, this isn't exactly the most engaging or high level work for SEO to do. It's easy, but it's time consuming, which is why most SEOs will either hire a VA to do these things or outsource the work to a trusted provider such as ourselves. So now we'll be covering our social profiles, what makes them special, and how you can place your own order. So right here at the top of the page, you can see that our social profile packs include 100 plus white hat profile links. That means we create 100 or more profiles for you, and it can be anywhere from like 100 to 120. Of course, those are all on high authority properties as we'll be using the top social media sites for you. One of the very important aspects of this service is that it's great for EEAT, which for those of you who aren't familiar with this acronym, it stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. This just means that our profile packs are exactly what you need to help Google see that your website is real and there are real people behind them, and you have a comprehensive online presence. So here you can see that social profiles are good for any type of site. It doesn't matter if you're affiliate or local. And we can also include your NAP if you're a local site, just to get that information a little extra relevance in there for you. And lastly, the orders that we fulfill are done quickly and are 100% manually created by our team. We don't actually use any kind of bots or anything like that. Everything is actually manually done. So right here, you can see an example of how we use our knowledge of all of these social media sites to get your keywords in important spots. I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see a little bit better here. Here we created a BuzzFeed account, and on our profile page, you can see the inner page URL actually has a keyword here, which is a very important keyword for us by backlinks. And we've also got different keywords up here in the title, which is the title tag. It says here by quality backlinks, as well as our brand name. This is what really sets our profiles apart, as this is not something that many people actually know how to do. It's just something that we've learned how to do from creating profiles on so many sites, with each site having its own different process and its own way of getting keywords in these spots. And by that, I mean there's no place on the sign up form that says, how do I get my keyword here, or anything like that. It just kind of draws these things automatically from the information that you provide when you fill out the profile. So, anyway, scrolling a bit further here, we get to our actual process. The first step in the process is, of course, to place your order, where you will include all of the order info that we need, including the 5 keywords that you want us to target. So it's also worth noting that you don't have to give us these keywords. You could just give us the brand name instead if you don't want us to put the keywords in these spots, and it would just be your brand name showing up in these places instead. After you place your order, you can submit your payment using our portal, and afterwards we'll go ahead and build all the profiles manually, of course. And as you can see here, the turnaround time for that is about 2 weeks or less. And then after the work is done, we go ahead and we send you a full report, including all the login information for all the profiles, just in case you ever want to log in and make any changes down the road. So scrolling up a little bit, we come to our pricing table here. And when you're ready to order, you can go ahead and click the Order Now button. So after you click the Order Now button, you'll be taken to an order form, which will look something like this. It's always important to read the top of our order forms, so this one particularly just says that we tend to have big problems with profiles getting deleted if they're in certain niches. This can happen for stuff like adult loans, mortgages, bail bonds, things like that. So just make sure you read this at the top beforehand, because we might have to cancel and refund your order, unfortunately, if it's in a niche that profiles get deleted very quickly on. So scrolling down, you can go ahead and give us your name and email if you don't already have an account with us. If you do have an account, it'll either already be logged in, or you can click sign in here to log in. And then you go ahead and select the quantity that you like. The one add-on that we have for social profiles is the indexer, which is where we use Web 2.0 to basically force Google to crawl these profiles and increase your chances of them getting indexed. So you can select that if you like. Next is all the information that we need to complete your order, such as your URL, your persona name. Now, this can be a fake person or just someone associated with your business, a heading title, a business description, and most importantly, here's the place where you can put up your 5 important keywords that you want us to use in those important spaces. If you only have 1 keyword or 2 keywords, that's absolutely okay. If you don't want us to do anything special with this, you can just enter your brand name and we'll use your brand name in all of the important spots instead. That's no problem at all. Next up, we just have your business NAP. Of course, this is the name, the address, and the phone number. It's optional if you're a local business. And here we have a spot to give us your primary social profile stuff like Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and all those profiles that you might have already created, which we can then link to from other profiles that we create. Here we have a spot to upload a logo or a persona picture, and here's a spot if you want to upload a Excel file if you're placing a bulk order. After you fill out all of that and you make sure it's the correct information, you can go ahead and click Complete Purchase to be taken to the payment portal. Like I mentioned before, it takes about 2 weeks or less for an order to be completed, and after that, we'll send you a full report. If you'd like to see a sample report, you can scroll down to the FAQ section and view a sample report right here. So here's a sample report, and your report will look something like this. Up at the top, we just have a bunch of information that you provided for us when you placed your order. And then here on the sample report, we've got only 10 different things listed. But of course, yours will have a lot more than that, as the packs contain 100 or more social profiles. So you can see here that it's all different domains that we created the profile on, the exact URL of the profile for you to go look at, as well as the login information for each and every one. So you can see if you'd like to make any changes later on, you'll be able to log in and do so. All right, everyone, that's about it for social profiles. We've covered a bunch of stuff from what they are to how to use them and how you can get them, and hopefully you found this video to be helpful. If you're thinking about placing an order or if you have any questions, feel free to email us at any time at info@SirLinksalot.co, or you can always send us a message on Facebook. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube, as it really helps us out a lot. You should also take the time to subscribe to our mailing list here on our website, as well as join our Facebook group, the SEO Roundtable, to get VIP access to flash sales and updates, as well as take part in the SEO discussion and our learning community. Thanks, guys, and we will see you next time.